In the shadowy heart of London's East End, in the late 19th century, a spectre stalked the cobbled streets. It was 1888, and the city was bustling, alive with merchants, immigrants, and the promise of prosperity. Yet, amidst the fog and gas lamps of the Whitechapel district, a sinister figure came to haunt the nights. A figure history would come to know as Jack the Ripper. Despite extensive investigations, this elusive murderer vanished into the annals of crime lore, leaving a chilling legacy of untold mysteries. The story of Jack the Ripper begins with a series of gruesome murders, 5 of which are officially attributed to him. These were not just any murders. They were brutal, marked by a level of ferocity and surgical precision that shocked and terrified Victorian society. The victims were all women, most of them working as prostitutes, struggling to survive in the impoverished streets of Whitechapel. It was a time when the boundaries between wealth and poverty were stark, and these women were among the most vulnerable. Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly. These are the names of the canonical 5, the unfortunate souls whose lives were cut short in the most horrific manner. Each murder left behind a tableau of violence that baffled the authorities and stirred the public's imagination. The media frenzy that ensued was unprecedented, with newspapers capitalizing on the sensational nature of the crimes. And thus, the legend of Jack the Ripper was born, fed by fear, speculation, and the public's insatiable appetite for scandal. What makes the case of Jack the Ripper particularly intriguing is not just the brutality of his crimes, but the fact that he was never caught. Despite numerous theories and a wide array of suspects, from butchers and doctors to members of royalty, the identity of Jack the Ripper remains shrouded in mystery. One of the earliest suspects was Montague John Druitt, a barrister who was found drowned shortly after the last murder. Another was Aaron Kosminski, a Polish immigrant who was institutionalized due to mental illness. Others have pointed fingers at Walter Sickert, a painter with a sinister interest in the macabre. However, none of these theories have been conclusively proven, and the lack of physical evidence, along with the rudimentary forensic techniques of the time, only deepens the mystery. Letters purportedly sent by the Ripper to the police add another layer to the enigma. Dubbed the Dear Boss letter, the Saucy Jackie postcard, and the infamous From Hell letter, these communications taunted the authorities and fueled the public's fear. Yet, their authenticity remains debated to this day. As the investigations into Jack the Ripper's identity continued unsuccessfully, the case also highlighted the dire social conditions of London's working-class neighborhoods. The Ripper's reign of terror exposed the city's underbelly, drawing attention to the desperate circumstances faced by those living in poverty. This unexpected impact led to increased social awareness and calls for reform in the years that followed. In more recent times, the advent of modern forensic techniques has brought fresh eyes to the case, without definitive answers. DNA analysis, psychological profiling, and digital mapping have been employed in attempts to solve the mystery. Each new development reignites the debate. Yet the question remains, who was the Ripper, and why did he commit such heinous acts? As we delve into the fog-laden streets of 19th century Whitechapel, the specter of Jack the Ripper continues to capture the imagination of historians, criminologists, and the public alike. The enduring mystery of his identity, the brutality of his crimes, and the social repercussions of his actions all contribute to a story that remains both fascinating and chilling in equal measure. In the end, the legend of Jack the Ripper is not just a tale of murder and mayhem. It is a mirror reflecting the darkest corners of human nature and society. His story, though steeped in horror, also serves as a reminder of our relentless quest for understanding and justice. And so Jack the Ripper lingers on, not only as a figure of dread, but as a symbol of the mysteries that continue to elude us in the annals of history. Want more chilling tales of history's darkest minds? Subscribe for daily stories.